Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your favorite coach and entrepreneur, Coach Chris. We are prepping some bananas today. Really quick, we're going to prep a few bananas and make a smoothie. I'm going to show you guys something really cool. All right. Get my gallon baggie ready. What's up, guys? Got my bananas ready to go. And hello, welcome to the channel. We're doing a little bit of food prep. Got my bananas over here. Okay, easy come, easy go. Got this right here. All right. So, yo, welcome to the chat. I am prepping, make a little breakfast, and I'm going to freeze my bananas real quick. Hope you enjoy the chat. Shout out to anyone who comes into the chat. Just let me know what you guys want to talk about. Let me know where you're from. I'm going to make this smoothie real quick with some frozen bananas. And then we got that over there. So, now, guys, let me know where you're at down into the chat. Again, this is also a coffee talk. We got the coffee brewing. There we go. See, I got this big old thing of frozen bananas. And when I make my smoothies, I got to try to rip it apart. Ooh, the suckers. Tough to rip off. Oh, what's up, Eli? What's up, Mr. I don't give a damn? Make a little smoothie real quick, guys. Let me know. Shout out in the chat where you're from. Then we're going to go through these bananas over here. But I'm just doing a little bit of prepping for some food. What's up, Eli? Hope you're doing well. Got to figure out how to take this big old lump of banana. And I wanted to like try to smash it. But I can't really unfreeze it. Anyways. Butt Killer 192. What's up, guys? What's up? Welcome to the channel. What's up? I don't know if you guys ever make any protein shakes, but this IsoPure is a really, really good product. Yeah, so you're saying cut it. Yeah, I'm trying to cut it. But what I'm saying is this sucker is frozen as a rock, dude. Trust me. I got me a little spatula here. What you got to do is you got to twist it. I put it in the freezer because what I do is I'm going to show you guys later. I freeze these bananas, but one of my friends came over and they moved my bananas. So what I do is you got to kind of chip off of it, but you freeze your bananas when you want to make smoothies. And I'm telling you, yeah. See how you do it like that? With a cleaver, I do. I do have a cleaver, believe it or not. But this little spatula right here, it gets in between them fine pieces, and I can use physics to kind of twist it. So there we go. And then I'll just rip it apart. There we go. Yeah, these smoothies I make are really good. By the way, if you make smoothies, Nah, I'm not going to use a meat smasher. Nah, that wouldn't do it. I want to keep it still. I don't want to smash it. I want to keep it frozen because the point of this is to make it really thick and creamy. That's what is the best way to make smoothies. All right. Got that. Cool. All right. So that should work good. Put one more little piece out there. I'll put that there in a second. All right, guys. Shout out where you're from. Let me know where you're at. Hope you guys are doing well. Thank you for showing up to the chat. So what are you guys up to this morning? What did y'all do? Thanks for the thumbs ups. And then we're gonna go, just so you know, later, all these bananas, I'm gonna go through all these bananas, and I'm gonna cut them up and prep them. But yeah, anybody coming into the chat, hope you're having a good morning. Hope you're having an awesome morning so far. I'm ready to get my coffee going. Use a little bit of almond milk over here, guys. What we got? Grow a Graydon God. Okay. Buckless said hi. Eli says hi. And grow I thought it said garden, but it says grow a Graydon. Does that mean grow a garden? Anyways, so frozen bananas. I'm telling you guys, frozen bananas is where it's at. Frozen bananas. You freeze them. And then what I do is I make these smoothies before I train at the gym, or if I'm just wanting a good snack. Pop that bad boy in there. There we go. Ooh, yeah. We're going to use the ISO Pure protein. Really good. And this is my jug of peanut butter. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, grow a garden. You can go back in and edit your profile name if you spelled it wrong. Hey, no big deal. I was just kind of like, what is a Graydon? I was thinking maybe I didn't know what a Graydon was, but that's cool. No big deal. Brian Morphin. There you go. What's up, brother? I am taking frozen banana, and now you see that? You see how thick that is? If you guys have ever eaten banana cream or creamy banana flavored stuff and you like it, I'm going to show you here in a second how to recreate that. Because I love banana. Oh, yeah. Oh, bro. This right here, this recipe will change your life. When you eat with the knife, don't cut your tongue. Wouldn't that be a great video? YouTuber slices his tongue when he makes a smoothie. Welcome to the channel. You know what I mean? But no, you take bananas, and I have them over here, right? I'm going to do this in a little bit. I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. Okay. I'm going to take these bananas, and I'm going to put them in a baggie, and I'm going to kind of show you after I make my smoothie. And this is my big jug of peanut butter. So I have like 10 pounds of peanut butter when I make this. And I'm telling you guys, you use the almond milk, you use the frozen bananas, you use the peanut butter, and then, of course, I use a scoop of whey isolate, which is an isolate protein. Really good, dude. It's actually amazing how amazing this tastes. Nobody believes it until they try it. Then they're like, whoa, that's so good. Like, literally, this is the best smoothie you'll ever have in your life. So I'll take a big old gob of peanut butter. This is my jar of peanut butter. It's a big old jug. Oh. Well, guys, keep in mind, I appreciate the compliments. I do have sometimes some of my minors come in to channel from time to time. This channel is meant for everybody to come in, be somewhat appropriate. I dropped my bananas. Be appropriate at all times is all I ask. You can tell jokes, you can have some fun, but some of my moderators that come in are younger and they're minors. Even though I put the settings that it's not for kids, they still show up. But just do me a favor, guys. Help me keep it as respectful as possible. Have fun, have jokes, play around with yourselves, guys. But I want you guys to know that when you see my live, this is a chance where you can go in, you'll learn some useful stuff, and you know, this is a good community, guys. I'm not here trying to have a weird channel, you know what I mean? The whole point of me making videos in my spare time is to interact with my audience, right? So, this is going to be a creamy banana and chocolate protein smoothie. She's gonna blow! A little big on the top. So, see that? See how thick that is? Yeah. So, yeah, what I meant to say is like, y'all guys play around, and in the community, y'all can engage with each other. But yeah, and I'll give you the 3-strike rule. 3-strike rule is very simple. I don't care if somebody comes into the chat. I don't care how many messages they make. Just try to keep it appropriate. And if not, I'll kick you out and I'll report you to the YouTube administrators. Simple as that. If you don't believe me, just ask my last chats. I have moderators throughout the country that'll come in case we get a lot of people in here. So it's very simple, just common courtesy. I even put it in the description, right? So, yeah, in my world, don't mistake kindness for weakness, guys. Remember, the purpose of these videos, I'm an entrepreneur, right? I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a coach, right? I'm a veteran. Nope. I do not do shirtless YouTubes. Nope. Because I have a younger audience sometimes, and I just think that's inappropriate for them. So that's not me. Now, what I would like to know is who on this channel Rajan, what we got here? Yo, which branch of the military? I was in the Navy for 10 years. Was in the Navy, guys. And if you guys ever have any questions about what it's like to serve, do you want to serve? This is a channel where you can ask. I'll give you advice on business, how to talk to people, all sorts of stuff. What was my job in the Navy? I was a logistics specialist, and I was attached to a special warfare unit group, SPT 22. So I did a lot of buying and organizing of equipment. I did a lot of training with some special operators, and I volunteered to go downrange into Afghanistan. If you'd like to see some of my accomplishments, I can show you some medals. If you give me enough thumbs ups. What's your disability? What is my disability ranking? Oh, I got 0 disability. Nope. Bryce, not going to go shirtless on my stream. Please stop asking. Please stop asking that. What's this? That's evil? Well, it is what it is. Yeah, you can have a lot of opinions on that. So when it comes to disability, you have to do your paperwork and this and that. I could go apply for disability, and it's probably something I should do. But I have a very good life. I'm very thankful. I have no disgruntled attitude. I would say that my life is a lot better than most people's I know. Oh, no, it's not. But it's not really on my priority list. I cannot explain, guys, how successful and awesome life has been to me, especially when I really learned how to live the proper way. So, that's cool. I don't think any one branch of the military is better than the other. We all work together and we all fight for the same thing. Every member of the military makes an oath to support and defend the Constitution of the United States of America. But you can have your opinion. Some people like the Air Force, some like the Navy, some like the Coast Guard. At the end of the day, we're all on the same team. So I never understood when I was serving why people said this branch is better, that branch is better. Guys, we all work together. At the end of the day, we all need each other. Well, everybody's entitled to their opinion. I agree to disagree. They're all the same. They all do the same thing. You know, you can become an officer, you can get your education. I mean, if you want to be a little bit more on the intellectual side, yeah, the Air Force and the Navy, typically, you know, they have some more technical jobs. But if you want to be someone who wants to fight as a warrior, the Marines and the Army. And I've got friends in every branch of the service. So, agree to disagree, Ron. When I say they all do the same thing, I'm referring not to the individual job. I'm referring to we all support the same mission. So we're all on the same team. Sure, you can pick your job before you join. That's cool. You can do that in any other branch too. It just depends on your ratings and your qualifications and your ASVAB score and stuff. But, you know, I'm glad you're so passionate about the Army, brother. I'm happy for you. Uh, Take that passion and put it in other areas of your life. Because I'll tell you this, the moment you get out of the military, uh, nobody cares about your rank. You were a commanding officer, you were enlisted, nobody cares. So once you get out of the military, um, then you should start a business. Cool. Well, I appreciate, what is this? Rajan, I appreciate you giving me all the chats. But yeah, that's really good for my channel. I appreciate you putting it out. But you know, I don't know how many years that you did. Yeah, nobody cares once you get out of the military. So it's kind of like, yeah, while you're in the military, that's great. But once you get out, it's a completely different world, guys. So what I recommend to all my young entrepreneurs, depending on their age, well, I already knew you weren't in the military. I already figured that you weren't in the military, brother, because nobody that served would be typing like you. I think you're someone who does a lot of Google and you think you understand things that I mean, maybe you were, maybe you weren't, but you don't come off as someone the way you're typing as someone who actually served. Anybody who served would never just go out and just type what you type uh, openly like that. Yeah, you're in the reserves, right? So you're talking about the reserves. Yeah. So yeah, but the reserves are different. A lot of people join the reserves just to get the benefits, and all you mentioned was the ability. You're probably someone who joined the military just to get benefits and stuff. That's cool. I didn't join the military to get the benefits. I joined the military back when I was younger to go fight for my country. How many deployments you went on? Where did you go? Yeah, I already know your type, Ron. Let's see here. Boom. Hmm. There we go. And Ron's gone. Like I said, guys, if you talk to me and you don't have any respect, I'll just boot you out of the channel. Simple as that. Like I said, guys, nope, not gonna go shirtless, Brian. Look, I have some pictures on other parts of my channel where I do some posing from time to time, but the point of my channel is not to come up here and flex. The point of my channel is to talk to you guys and teach you about entrepreneurship, teach you about leadership, and to help anyone who has PTSD or anything like that. You know what I mean? So there we go. Ah. So any questions that you guys want answered, now is a chance to ask. Alrighty. Like I said, I kept saying, hey, he kept asking me to go on there shirtless. So I said, stop asking. Look, guys, very simple. I'm not in here for a bunch of creeps to come into my channel. I'm going to make this very damn clear. I have minors that come into this channel, and I am not trying to promote a channel that does that shit with creepy people. You know what I'm saying? Very simple. Now, what I'm going to do here is I made me a delicious peanut butter protein smoothie. I'm going to take these bananas and I'm going to prep them real quick. So if you guys want to see how I do that, feel free to stay in. By the way, the guy I muted earlier was in the reserves, and he was talking about all sorts of things. Listen, guys, don't trust people who talk about the military who are just in the reserves, and all they ask is about how much disability you get. Yeah. Those people, can't trust them. What is this? All right. So what I do is I'm going to take these bananas, right? Guys, anybody comes to the chat, welcome to the channel. Feel free to type below, message below. I'm going to prep these bananas real quick. So I don't know which one you are. Yeah, it's pretty simple. When I come into the channel, we have certain things to talk about, and if you get off subject, then I will block or erase you. It's pretty simple as that. Yeah, I don't care. I don't care if you subscribe or not. If I block you, there's usually a reason. I don't care. You can unsubscribe. The topic of today's talk is this: what type of entrepreneurship questions do you have? And what is it that you did today? And what is it that I could help you and subscribe with? What is it I could help you with? What's up? Yeah, so guys, when you come into the channel, keep it appropriate. That's all I ask. So what I'm doing right here is I'm prepping all these bananas. Nope. Dallas, I don't even recognize, I don't really recognize that. So, guys, I have a lot of people that come into my chats from all over the world. And if people say certain things and I say, hey, or they start just mentioning things that I think are inappropriate, I'm being unfair. Well, I'm being unfair to you. I don't think I'm unfair at all. I think I'm pretty fair. But it's my channel. If I want to block someone because they said something I thought was inappropriate, you got to remember, guys, I have a younger audience that comes in here. Well, I never said I was nice. I'm a very good-hearted person, but I never said I was nice. I do my best, but in this world, if you're too nice, the world will eat you apart, brother. Oh, cool. Yeah. Well, there you go. Well, if I'm on a channel and all I'm going to do is have someone argue with me about my points, right? They're gone. You can have a conversation. You can say what you want, but especially half the stuff you said, you have no idea what you're talking about. So, my experience. I'm not going to try to explain myself to someone who's in the reserves. Fair enough. Anyways, anybody else got anything to say on here? I may disrespectful. I do not. Yeah. Well, that's your opinion. Anything? Well, if you want to stay on the channel, let's talk about something. Talk about something else. Let's talk about entrepreneurship during the coffee talk. What we got in here? Job Brady. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? If a woodchuck could chuck wood, how much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? How about Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers? If Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers, how many peppers could Peter Piper pick? If Peter Piper could pick a pack of pickled peppers, Patricia Jennison! Welcome to the channel. So, guys, he would chuck as much wood as a woodchuck. Yep. So, guys, these are my bananas. Now, you may think, why on earth do I have these bananas out here? Well, I'm going to freeze these bananas in a second. What we got here? We got, he would chuck as much wood as a chuck could chuck wood. Yes, he would. What we got here? You said all the phrases because it depends on the reason you joined. Da 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 da. What is this? You don't even disagree with me. What is this? Uh-huh. Agree to disagree, man. Like I said, the topic of this video is entrepreneurship, talking about other things. I kept asking you, brother, let's have some other subjects. I don't want to sit here and just have a conversation about why one branch is this or why one branch is that. I've already told you that. And I gave you a warning. Let's change the subject. I did say that. I did say that. And we're back. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I said drop it. I said stop talking. Let's talk about something else. I don't care how many accounts you got. I'll block everyone. It's my channel, guys. So pretty simple, guys. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He won't stop. And I gave him like 10 warnings and he just keeps going and going and going. And I'm like, guys, come on. Like, he's like, I subscribe to you. How could you do that? I said, I don't care if you subscribe to my channel. I'm here to like, look, I have very specific things I talk about. I love that I'm a veteran and I love servants, but if someone's just going to like do counterpoints and be passive aggressive the whole time, they're gone. Simple as that. And I get it. So Bradley, what's up? Now, in case you guys don't know, I love smoothies. So one thing, I served for about 10 years. I'll show you. I did 10 years in the Navy, active duty. And I'll show you guys over here. Right through here. This is some of, get this over here. Move this over here. This is some of the stuff that I received when I was in the Navy. Yeah, so when someone comes on my channel that I just blocked and tells me bad mouths the military or says this, if someone just came into the channel that I blocked because they're in the reserves and they're telling me about how the service is, you're very welcome. I did a little time in the Navy. Thanks for that, guys. And I love my damn country. That's where I sleep, right? I didn't make my bed up yet, so forgive me. But that's my 1776 flag. Oh, he's back. That's fine. Well, hey, you still get another chance, brother. There's a little bit of stuff that I got from when I served. So we can agree to disagree. But it's pretty simple. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. Look, brother, change the subject or keep creating accounts and we can go back and forth. So now, moving back to the other subject of this, these are bananas. So what I do is I take the bananas and I cut them up into small pieces. Now, Chris, why would you cut these bananas up into small pieces? Well, I'm going to tell you. These bananas are going to be, let's see. All right. Well, Job, once I clean and wash my hands from these bananas, I'm going to continue to block your profile because you just keep typing over and over again and you won't just let things go. So it's like, you know, somebody asked me, I mean, it's pretty obvious. Yeah, I mean, other people in the chat are kind of like, why won't he shut up? I mean, does you not understand that you just keep typing and typing about things that are really kind of you supposedly you're in the reserves. Um, you're you're doing the counterpoint to everything that I've said. And I don't even think I'm starting to think you're probably someone. A lot of times people come into this channel and think I'm an idiot. Yeah, just watch the live. Exactly. And ask questions, man. I'm not going to sit here and bicker with someone when other people have questions. Oh, there we go. This one is under review. Hide. Cool. So, guys, getting back to the point, I'm just going to ignore my little friend in there because I do appreciate all the chats because the chats are very good for me. But I am not an idiot. And I'm pretty sure that sometimes people come in here and they'll say things like, I used to serve, I used to do this. I'm not saying you weren't in the reserves. I'm not saying you aren't in the reserves now. But as someone who's been around a lot of military for like, I don't know, 25% of my life on earth, you don't talk like people. You don't do that. So I think you're probably a passive aggressive troll. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. But guys, on a side note, see this? This is my frozen bananas. Now, guys, so this right here is my frozen bananas. There we go. Boom. And now you're in timeout for 24 hours. Yeah, keep letting me know which profiles when you come back in so then I can basically put them all. Guys, I apologize. I'm not trying to be a butthole. But yeah, anybody who's been into the chat, I don't really like annoying people. Yeah. So, I mean, it's pretty simple, guys. But yeah, I'm still making a smoothie. I do a lot of food prep, right? Oh, that's cool. I mean, I can respect someone's effort for wanting to keep coming back. I mean, when it comes to top fans, he's got the most XP, right? I mean, he helps the channel and stuff. It's just, I want other people to feel comfortable when they come into the channel. And I want other people to talk about things, especially with entrepreneurship, business, how to talk to people, how to become successful, all these things like, should you go volunteer? I got some haters, brother. Oh, I got some people that I think their whole purpose in life is just to show up to just to just to come hate on me. And I love it. I'm very thankful for my haters because my haters are actually what drives more attention on my channel. Oh yeah, I love to cook, brother. See, look, this is my fridge. So I've got some protein shakes right there. I got some rice. I got some chicken. And this is the chicken. You want to see the chicken I made last night? I made chicken on the grill. I'll show you guys. Oh, I love to cook. Guys, when you train, you better learn to cook. See, this is my chicken. So I made my chicken on my grill. That little piece right there is actually a bone. That bone had a tendon on it. Oh yeah. Well, he's gonna have a bad day because I just put him in timeout for 24 hours. I'm glad he probably got like 100 accounts. That's okay. Yep. Passive aggressiveness. Always. Oh, see, I don't like people that play the victim. When someone comes in the channel and is like, "Oh my God, why could you do this? Why could you do this?" Don't play a victim with me. Yeah, that's okay. That's all right. Every time he comes, what he doesn't realize is every time he comes in with a new account, it's actually really good for the algorithm. So when someone comes in with a different account, different account, different account, but I hope he realizes that if he continues to go into channels and he won't be quiet and he does that, YouTube will eventually take his main accounts and block him. I'm not trying to be that guy, but every time every time a new account comes in, it's really good for me. Anyways, guys, I don't know, man. Some people have no life, brother. Listen, some people have no life, and you cannot believe the extent that some people will go to become the. They're like Super Saiyan God hater with 1,000 accounts. They don't get bored, brother. They don't. They have they have an unlimited supply of energy. Yeah. Anyways, all right. Well, you take cards soon. Good luck. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah. Well, sometimes I wonder because you gotta think, guys. I have a sales team I work with. Um, we're always encouraging each other. Remember, guys, I'm an entrepreneur. So one of the main reasons when I get on these chats is I try to share entrepreneur tips with you guys and teach you things that I have learned. Now, I don't know what journey you're in, but this is a really good chance to talk to someone who has built a business, built a few businesses. Some of my businesses failed. Some of them I completely destroyed by accident because I didn't know what I was doing. And what I did was I decided I wanted to take this information and share it with some of you guys, and especially stuff of like health and wellness, like how to eat to function for your body to function and be strong. Um, it all goes hand in hand. Oh, my glasses fell off. Okay. Everything on this channel is meant for you to become the best version of yourself. So, if there's anything I can do to help you become the best version of yourself, oh boy, here you go. I have honest questions. Are you willing to let me stay if we have a productive conversation? Oh, a VA loan? Now that's a good question. Um, technically when you use the VA loan, I would recommend going to a financial advisor that specifies in that. But your VA loan can be used to buy a house, more than one house. Okay. That's a fine question. But the VA loan, right. But the thing is, um, yeah, sort of like a guide for life, Lamb. Now, Legion, listen, I want you to ask conversations, questions, that's fine, but let's keep it kind of, try not to type like so much and let's kind of like let everybody else kind of have a chance. What are you even talking about, bro? Um, who are you talking about? Me? Oh, I'm reading as I'm talking comments, brother. Scuba Steve, Scuba Steve. Oh, it's pretty simple, guys. Like I said, most of the people that hate on me, if you look at how they're living their life, uh, I don't, I don't really care. Like I'm a pretty successful person. Like I have land, I have food. I mean, I play piano. I have a very successful life, and it didn't automatically start that way. So whenever anybody hates on me, this is what I have decided in life. When somebody hates on me, I think about where they're at in life, and typically they're not doing as well as I am. And it's kind of like I don't really let people who aren't doing as well in life as me. I don't really care about their opinions unless they make a comment that makes me like think, oh, I could learn something from that. But guys, this world, you have to have thick skin. I love it when haters come in. I love it when they say certain things because to me, it makes me realize that I'm successful because you're never successful unless you have haters, right? Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, if I was going to use a VA loan like he was talking about earlier, I would not use a VA loan to have a business. I actually think if you take out a VA loan, the laws changed a few years ago, but you were rambling in unsuccessful. Oh, well, a lot of times I'm reading three or four comments, and I also have a team chat. So I'm reading like seven things as I'm talking, which I know you don't understand because you don't have empathy, but that's cool. The VA loan is a good choice to get real estate, but you need to talk to someone that's a financial advisor because legally, because of the license that I hold, I cannot legally give you advice because of my state securities license over YouTube. I have to do that in a one-on-one meeting. So, but I would say this: a VA loan should could be used could be used to get a house, right? Technically, you have to live at that house for a certain period of time. But what would you want to do is you'd want to use the VA loan to buy the house. You live in the house. Then, after a period of time goes by, you get renters to take over the mortgage, and then you use the VA loan again. That is the way to build a real estate empire utilizing those benefits. All right. If you don't have empathy, you jumped immediately to this guy's a loser, everybody. Uh, well, no, I can have my opinion. And again, what we got here? Oh, that's fine, Scooby. You can have your opinion. But anyone who comes into a chat and is not respectful, the first thing that you said in my chat wasn't even a respectful statement. You had a belligerent tongue with the first comment that you made, brother. So I didn't say you were a loser. I said a lot of people that hate on me are losers. I didn't say anything about you. I'm just saying in general the people that come into the chats. Hmm. There we go. Guys, in case you are just turning in, my name is Coach Chris. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a veteran. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Vlam, you got it. Junior, you got it 100%. So, Junior, you are now a standard moderator. Junior, boom, welcome to the moderator team. Yeah, Junior, if you see someone, now you can kind of silence people with me in case sometimes I get like 40 or 50 people in the chat, nothing right. But yeah, just keep everything positive. Look, I get that some people that come into this chat are probably going to think I'm a little strict, but when I'm trying to, yeah, for sure, absolutely. When we're in the chat and I literally, you got to remember, guys, My youngest viewer is like 9 years old. I have a moderator that's in Florida who was having a really tough time in life. She's a young girl who started a channel, and she kind of looks at me as a big brother. So when I come on this channel and I go live, I don't want a lot of people to be too despiteful and hateful because, guys, there's enough of that in the world. All right. You live long enough in the world, you're going to go around and see people who are playing the victim, always being a victim, always finding all the problems in life, and you don't want to be around those people. So when those people come into my chat, I identify who my moderators are, and there's a certain amount of respect that I expect. Absolutely. Chris Smith. What's up, brother? Hope you're having a great day. Yeah, we're just going live a little bit, was showing people how to make some good smoothies and take bananas and freeze them. But yeah, my channel is meant to encourage and keep that positive energy. And again, share advice about entrepreneurship. Guys, I am an entrepreneur. I've helped build businesses. I'm building a new business this year. You have to, if you won't really, yeah, absolutely. And thank you for that. If you want to build a business and become successful, it's going to take work. And a lot of people sell courses and they try to say, oh, do this, do this. Well, look, you have a chance right now to talk to a patriot. I love my country, right? An entrepreneur. If you look at some of my videos, I train, I lift weights, I stay strong, I serve my community. I'm a patriot who loves my country, who's also a business owner. And I want to teach you guys some of the stuff that I've learned, right? The older we get, the older we get in life, I think the more we want to give back to the younger generation. So this is my whole purpose of these streams. If only one person comes into my stream and that one person gets help, then my stream has been successful. The other week, it was like last week, I went live on a stream, right? And one of the guys was working in a scrapyard, and he was asking me, he was like, "Okay, I have a question." I was like, "Okay, what's up, dude?" And I can't remember his name. His profile was like Jax or something, but he asked if he should continue to work in the scrapyard because there is a little bit room for advancement, or if he should go into the military. And we had a conversation for like 30 minutes where I kind of was like, listen, if you're happy where you're at, continue to grow up the chain, go into management, that's great. But he was like 26, 27 years old. And I kind of recommended to him, like, how much have you traveled outside the United States? How much of the world have you seen? And he said, none. It's like, okay, well, do you want to go back to school? He was like, probably. I was like, well, why not try to go? I was like, are you smart? He said he's made pretty good grades in school. So I kind of coached him how to take an ASVAB, right? How to prepare for it and get a job where he could get in what he wanted to do, which something is an IT, like cybersecurity, right? And it was a great conversation. I've had I've had probably 40, 50 conversations this year with young men and young women who need that positive mentorship in their life. And I know it's not glamorous, it's not the most sexy thing to talk about. People come on the channels and they just want to, get views, be sexually explicit, be belligerent when they speak. That's not what my channel's about. This is almost this is almost kind of like a church session, if you will, with no single religious element. It's more someone who actually takes time out of their day. I could go fishing right now. I could go hunting. I could be at the gym. I could be doing a lot of things. But I want to share some of my experiences with you guys so you guys can become the best versions of yourself. And I try to knock out 30 minutes to an hour at a time. You know what I'm saying? Hmm. Chris Smith says, I respect my fellow brothers. Yeah, I have to agree. Well, I think the Army, the Marines, the Air Force, the Navy, the Coast Guard, I think they'll all, I think they'll all have a benefit. Yeah, yeah, Vlam, I agree with that. Um, the issue is you have to learn to do stuff that you don't want to do. You have to. You just gotta. What the military teaches you is this: life is not fair. This world will eat you alive if you don't know how to survive. And when you join a military program, I think all young men, and you could argue some of the women, that's a different subject, but I think all young men should at least join the military, be forced to for at least a year, just so they can, you know. Oh, Delaney, welcome back, Delaney. Hello. Shout out to Delaney, my youngest moderator in the channel. Anyone in the chat, please keep it appropriate, especially with Delaney. She is a minor, but she comes into the chat to say, hey, we got the coffee here. Yeah, Delaney Vlam was in the chat earlier, and I have made him a moderator now, which Delaney, you know, any of the moderators that I make on this channel, all of them have kind of vetted with me. I vetted them, and when you see someone that's blue like that, that means I have vetted them, and I feel like they are going to offer what this community is supposed to become. People who want to get better, be the best versions of themselves, have positive role models, and at least you have access that if you can't leave your house, if you can't go out and have that, you know, when you see these live, you have a chance to have that positive reinforcement into your life because that is so important, guys. It is so important to have that positive reinforcement in your life. So many people never get that. But Delaney, hope your day's doing well. Is it hot today in Florida? Mm-hmm. Delaney, I saw you made a video recently. The comments were not allowed, so I gave you a thumbs up. Like I said, anyone who consistently comes into my stream, whether you're as young as Delaney or as old as some of my other followers and subscribers that are in their 70s, anytime you post a video, if you tag me, I go throughout the day, I look at my comments, and I try to respond to every comment, and I try to share your guys' content because at the end of the day, I want you to succeed. That's fair. Well, look, Delaney, there's a reason for that. Your mom probably wants what's best for you. She's trying to probably thumbs ups. Thank you for the thumbs ups, guys. Um, Look, there's a lot of creeps online. I get it. And if you cut the comments on and you do a video, there's nothing stopping people from being weird and disgusting. That's just kind of how it is. But um, I I dream of a world where that doesn't happen. So all I can do is have engagements with you guys, one person at a time, and hopefully you interacting with me interacting with you, you'll now interact with other people in your life, and that big circle chain of love. You know, it's like the country song. Don't let the chain of love end with you. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, we do need to keep people away from monsters. Exactly. Good vibes only. If you look at the description in my chat, it was food prep, um, ask me anything, and good vibes only. I try, guys. I have haters that come in all the time and they argue with me and I silence them and I hate doing that, but it's like, guys, come on. There's enough information for us to talk about. Like you got to think, guys, in the world when people are just rude and mean, you got to think about, thank you for the thumbs ups. You got to think about where they're coming from. A lot of these people are coming from broken homes. So Chris Smith says, when I'm 39. Oh, we're about the same age group, Chris. We're right in the late 80s, yes, sir. I was going to join the military, but I was scared to fight. Okay. So you had a little bit of fear there. That's fair. not physical, but weapons. Joined a mission group, traveled all over the world, spreading the word of Jesus. Hey, there you go, man. Haters, haters are from all time. Hey, yeah, hater. Those are two good shots. So let's see. See, now Chris Smith decided that, well, you got to think about it, Chris, in their own sense. Now you're kind of like a warrior of God. So, yeah, you know, you may not have, served in a war or anything on one aspect, but, Christians are being persecuted. I do a lot of work with the church. I have a personal relationship with God, which is something I try to explain to you guys. And, like yesterday, I was bagging over 7,000 groceries with the team down in Macon. And we're just like bagging and we're preparing to feed like up to 10,000 homeless people. Today, technically, I have got to go in like 30 minutes. I got to go help volunteer. And we're going to do that for 10, 11, 12, for probably 3 or 4 hours. So, um, you know, you going out and spreading the word of Jesus is nothing more than a man trying to spread love in a world that is dying to get love. There's so many people in this world that are just dying to have someone reach out, give them a hug, and tell them it's okay. Now, on the flip side, I come from a warrior tribe. I'm a Viking and German. So I do have a natural tendency to be, my ego wants to conquer and take over. Yeah, a hug can save a life, but love is the answer, guys. You know, as men, we want to be, go and go, but love is the answer. You need to be strong. I believe men should try to be strong and capable of protecting what they love, but also being able to share love and empathy with other people. There's nothing there's nothing better in this world than a strong, loving man in a community because men and women both have their roles in life and we should always protect our women, always respect our women. But men throughout history have been the ones to go to the front lines and give their lives, right? Yeah, you got to love Jesus and God, man. I mean, look, even if someone doesn't go to church, if you live your life the way Jesus taught, your life is going to be better. When you make other people around you better and you follow the Christian ethics, the golden rule, do unto others as you would want others do unto you. You face the world with integrity. You try to tame the flesh. Thank you for the thumbs ups. You want to try to conquer every part of your body that is a lustful desire. Most men typically go through a period of their life where they lust after women. If you can control that, you will become a better version of yourself. Another thing that men typically do, and women as well, when they can't get it together in their head, they resort to alcohol and drugs. You will feel better if you don't drink, you don't smoke, and then you don't just lust after women from a guy's perspective. Say, Jesus brings peace since I believe in God. Oh, yeah, that's what a lot of people tend to come to the conclusion of. What happens is, that's a great point, Vlam. Delaney, that's another great point. And Chris Smith, thank you for sharing that. Warrior of God over there. Peace of mind is priceless, right? Getting your mind to just calm down and be at peace. There's nothing in the world that's going to make you just have a better life, a better day, than to be peaceful in the mind. Now, I'll tell you this, guys, I'll give you this piece of advice. If you want to have a peaceful mind, one of the things, I study world religions, right? And I do a lot of serving at my church. However, I also read about other types of prophets and stuff that came. And if you look at Jesus, you look at Muhammad, you look at Buddha, you look at even Winston Churchill, if you look at any great person to ever walk the earth, when they want to get close to God, what do? They do what Jesus did, or they do what Muhammad did, or Buddha. You go out into nature and you isolate yourself. Go out into nature, right? Go out into the woods, into nature, and just relax and breathe. I think it was Jesus who went into the desert, right? And I'm pretty sure Muhammad went out into the woods or something. Excuse me. But the point I'm getting at is to get peace in your mind, read the Bible, do what you need to do, but also go outside. Go out into the world and go into nature. Go take a hike on a trail. You will get closer to God in nature than any other time. Like there you will be so close to God if you just go out and you get in nature. See, I'm from the South. We do a lot of hunting. We go out into the woods. When I'm out into the woods and I'm walking around, nothing makes me feel closer to a divine spirit than being outside in nature and get sunlight. A lot of cultures of the past worship the sun. They realized that when they were outside and the sun shined on them, they got energy. And now, how many times are people inside these days? Hmm. You say, "I've been there, brother." Which part? Which part, Chris Smith? You say, right? Yeah, it's amazing. Like there's something about being outside in nature. If you're in the woods, if you're on the beach, heck, just go lay out into the grass under the sun and breathe. Man, there's just something about that. I mean, people used to laugh at the tree huggers, but even if you take your hand and put it on a tree, that tree has got positively charged, I think it's called electrons, and you can feel the energy, guys. The more pure your body is, like you don't drink, you don't smoke, the more energy you have in your body, the more energy you can like absorb. It's almost like the spirit bomb, right? Like when Goku gets ready to, in the anime series, I like Dragon Ball Z. It's like when Goku gets ready to do a spirit bomb, he pulls the energy from every living creature around him. You know what I mean? Also, R.I.P. the author of Dragon Ball Z. What was it? Takamura? Oh, guys, there's a beautiful cardinal. I have the wheels of an old cannons in my front yard, and there's a cardinal on it. There's my American flag. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Blam, I agree with that. Oh, yeah, interesting day. Guys, I got a message a little while ago. Looks like there's volunteer going on till 2 o'clock, so I might have to go here soon. I've been on for 63 minutes. Remember, yeah, Delaney, watch out for the fire ants. They'll get you. Yeah, well, I remember one time when I was younger, Delaney, probably like your age, really young, and I had bare feet on. I was walking outside. Next thing I know, I'd stepped in an ant bed, and I had my legs literally covered with ants to where I was bitten like 100 times. Another time I was running down the woods and I fell on a bridge in a hornet's nest. I had to go to the hospital because I got stung in the head like 65 times by not hornets, but yellow jackets. And my head was real swollen from all the stings, and they thought I was going to die from all the neurotoxins in my brain. But I guess I guess I'm too stubborn to die. Oh, blocks blocks for new. Of course I remember you. I made you a moderator. Welcome back to the channel, brother. How are you doing? So, Lamb said he's afraid of ants. I see, dude, ants are up to something. All I'm saying is ants are up to something. They're scooting around, they're going to their queen. They ants are up to something, man. I don't know what they're doing. Thank you. Did you mean thank you, or thank you like you're like I'm thinking of you? Which one? Just kidding, noob. Noob is another one of yeah. Let's see. Every year you change because I start out in mission work 17 to 22. Okay. So you did missions work from 17 to 22. Yeah. Then you moved to New York City, got caught up with the nightlife. Well, Chris, I'd be lying to you if I told you I didn't go through a nightlife phase. Thumbs up, guys. Thank you for Tim. Yep. Oh, you moved to Louisiana? That's what's up. Are you near Slidell by any chance? Near Slidell, Louisiana? Yeah, ants work in numbers, guys. For real. I have had a cow ants. Oh, cow ants. Yeah, they're strong, strong, better. Yeah, y'all. That's because you in Florida, Delaney. In Florida, um, in Florida, those big red and black cow ants, you cut them in half. There's something wrong when something that gets split in half continues to run around and live. That's not normal. Do you work as crazy, New York? Yeah. So, I mean, how could you not go to New York and not get caught up in the nightlife? I mean, especially if you're at the phase of your life when you're in your 20s. I remember my dad said some of fire, then stomps on them. Yeah. Well, your dad's probably looking out. Yep. I am from the Netherlands over here. Florida is like GTA real. Listen, what gets bred in the swamps of Florida is insane. The amount, like, hi again, Delaney. Yeah, Florida is. I spent some time in Florida growing up. All the iguanas and the snakes and just God, there's so much wildlife in there, and but also the state law is also what people like about Florida is if you're in Florida, the state really takes care of you. Crocs in the store. I seen a video of that. Like how, yeah, yeah. You go to Florida, people built different. Like, if you don't like giant reptiles around everywhere, like you go golfing in Florida, and you'll have like a croc just come right up to the golf course, and if you have dogs near water at all, you always have to be careful because snakes will come out. Yeah, it's basically like a little jungle. It goes on one of them fire things. He would set the lens on a tree and it would take that and get it. So that's funny, Delaney. He said when I call for my dad, he's firing. He goes to grab another fire. Yeah, well, he's probably burning them all because that's what you got to do. Hmm. Yep. Yeah. Pretty much. Yeah. I mean, they're pretty much like modern day dinosaurs. I mean, you want to see Jurassic Park? The movie's great, but if you want to live Jurassic Park, just go visit Florida. Go to Key West. You like snakes? I like all living things. I'm drawn to mammals, snakes, reptiles, amphibians. I had some snakes growing up. I've had dogs. I've had cows, parrots, sugar gliders. Oh, so I had another one. Hermit crabs. I just love animals, dude. How can you not like animals? Anything that's got a brain and is living on Earth with you, I don't see how you can't like it. Now, sadly, I do eat animals too, so I always wonder Does that make me moral or immoral? If I decide to like eat a bunch of chicken, does that make me a bad person? I don't know. If I kill an animal and eat it, does that make me a bad person? I don't know. Seems like the natural thing. It tastes good. Hmm. Oh, you like venomous snakes? Well, just be careful. They do bite. Yeah, animals typically just be pure spirits. You know, animals don't have an agenda to where they'll try to hurt you. Yeah, Delaney, especially since my original video was Cucaracha, the cockroach, because that was a name they gave me back in the time when I was in the service. But Jesus in the Bible told you what animal to. Hmm, yeah, yeah. So for me, Chris, I was referring to just the act of actually killing another animal and eating it. I still do. I've just always wondered in my mind because I'm always like, yeah, I'm kind of one of those people. I have Bridget short hair cat named Rambo. Oh, sweet, a short hair cat. Yeah, his name is Rambo. That's a great name. Yeah, Chris. No, I know the Bible has a lot of rules about what to eat and what not to eat and animals and stuff. And I I was referring. My point though was I've always wondered because you learn we learn in science and nutrition that humans probably need some amino acids. You need proteins, right? But someone like me, when I lift weights, like I cook 10 pounds of chicken. Like I probably eat more meat than most people I know. And I always wonder, and I'm also strong. I feel like a warrior. I feel like someone who uses that energy. But I always wonder if there is something that is bad about the mass production of these animals and the slaughtering and the butcher houses and all that. I don't have the answer to it, but that's just one of the thoughts that I go on in my brain sometimes. Um, I typically don't eat a lot of pork though. I typically eat chicken, and every now and then I'll have some red meat and some steak. I like a burger from time to time, but that's about it. Guys, this being said, I am going to have to go here soon. I am going to have to shower and I'm going to have to go do a little bit of volunteer work because the local churches, we did a lot of passing out. We got like 10,000 bags worth of food, and they're messaging me saying they need some help. So, that being said, guys, do your best. Always remember consistency and discipline outweigh motivation. And I will see you guys on my next chat. Okay? Always strong, stay good, always believe in yourself. God bless.